Hey guys, this is Darren DIY, and today we are making a big spatula.
No, it's a pizza peel, not a spatula.
Today we are making a pizza peel using some leftover hardwood. For this project, we picked up some hard maple that was lying around and took it to the bandsaw to rip it thinner pieces. This project can also be done with some quarter-inch thick hardwood that you can buy from your local hardware store. As you can see, we ended up with four thin strips of wood that we'd be using for this project. One of the strip had some cracks, so we decided to use Starbond super glue for this purpose. The Starbond sent us some samples and we thought of using the black one to put some accent fill in the wood. We used the accelerator to dry the glue quickly and also repeated the process from the back side. Once the glue dried up, we inspected the piece for strength and took all the pieces to our planer. As this was our first project using small thin strips of wood using this planer, we were initially skeptical about the quality, but the Inca planer here did a great job. Not sure if you're noticing, but the dust collector here is actually not working. The main reason is because our circuit cannot take the load of this Inca planer as well as the dust collector together. We have since added a dedicated 220 volt outlet to run the planer and the dust collector together. The link to that video will be added in the description. This Inca machine is a planer jointer combo. Once we ran all the pieces through planer mode, we switched it to the jointer and jointed one edge of all the pieces. We then took all the pieces to our table saw and ripped them all to the proper width. The overarm dust collection using blade guard that you see here is not well. So if you have some ideas on how to replace it for a better overarm dust collection, please leave those in the comment as we would love to try those out. We also decided to have a walnut accent strip in our pizza peel. Here you are seeing us ripping it on our table saw and trying to match the same thickness as our rest of the wood pieces. Once all the pieces were ready, we prepared them for glue up. For this purpose, we used some parallel clamps covered with blue tape before we put our pieces and glue them up. I'm sure you all must have experienced those nasty black marks because of the glue drying on these clamps. If you have some comments on how to remove those glue marks from these clamps, we would love to try those out as well. The glue up process was quite straightforward. We used two clamps at the bottom and then also used one parallel clamp from the top. We let the pieces dry and then trim off the edges on our table saw sled. Once we had the pizza peel base, we then thought about the handle part. For this purpose, we again used some leftover maple and ripped those in two parts. We left them overlapping so that the pieces can be glued on one edge of the pizza peel. We clamped the pieces and left them to dry. We then decide on the final shape for the pizza peel and transfer those marking onto the pizza peel base. Once we were happy with the layout, we took it to the bandsaw and trimmed off the excess pieces. After the bandsaw, we took the piece on our belt sander and gave it the final shape. Once the pizza base was in the proper layout, we traced the outline for the handle. We repeated the process of taking the handle to our bandsaw, giving it the rough shape, and then taking it to the belt sander for the final shape. Before the final assembly, we took all the pieces, including the handle and the base, and round over those on our router table. This router table is installed in our table saw extension and it has been working very well. especially the dust collection, which does a pretty good job in collecting all the chips. As you see, there are only very few chips on the surface. The router plate that you see here is also custom made using a quarter-inch aluminum plate that we bought from Amazon. If you're interested in the link for that, we will add that in the description. The piece that you see me flicking out was a chip out from the handle. I later on chased it out and put it together using some glue. We rounded over the pizza base as well. The bits that you see here are from a company called Cowood that we found during our stairs makeover project. We used their bits in many other projects and we have been very happy with the quality. We will leave the Amazon link in the description box in case you want to try out these bits. Once all the pieces were routed, we gave them a final sanding before gluing them together. One thing that we forgot was that the pizza base has an angle so that the pizza can slide easily on the base. To give this angle, we tried it on the belt sander, and after a couple of tries, it was still not good. We were not able to record it, but the final shape was given on the table saw. Once we were happy with the shape, both the pieces were joined together for the final assembly. Here you see the final glue up and our struggle with attaching various clamps. As the handle was curved, putting the pressure was a bit challenging. In the end, it worked out fine and the glue up was pretty strong. We dust off any dust from the pieces before the final finish. For this purpose, we use the walrus oil. We have used this product on our chopping block before and we were happy with the results. It's a bit expensive, but it actually works very well and it's easy to apply. We gave one coat, but later on came back and gave it another coat. Once the oil was applied, the real beauty of the pizza peel and the maple start showing up. It was quite satisfying to see that with few hours of work, you can transform some scrap pieces of wood into a functioning product. We were quite happy with the final results and really enjoyed doing this project. We hope you liked the video and this inspires you to take something like this and transform something from waste to wonder. We hope to see you again in the next video. And if you're new to our channel, we urge you to subscribe. Thank you and we'll see you again.